Before we incarnated to this classroom that we call Earth, there were a couple things that we agreed to. And in this video, I want to talk about that. For those of you who don't know, my name is Chrissy, and I'm here to just help bring awareness to everybody and help empower you to live your best life. So, you guys ready? Before we were born, we agreed to a couple things. One of those things was we agreed that we were going to forget who we are. Because if we don't forget who we are, then it's like if we knew that this earth was just a classroom, if we knew that this earth was just a game, maybe not a classroom, but like maybe a game, then we wouldn't take it seriously. It's like we would be like, oh, okay, well, this isn't real anyway, so, we're not going to take it seriously, Kind of one of those things. And one thing to really remember is that Earth is a classroom. This is a classroom. We are multidimensional spiritual beings living a temporary human experience. But the thing is, our goal here, though, is to then remember who we are. We were brought here at a time when the earth needed us. It's moving into a dimension of the new earth, and I mean, even the Bible talks about this, a new world, a new world with God. So we're moving from the 3D into the 5D, and I'd say right now we're probably in the 4D. So the 3D is like, it's you versus me, it is skin colors, it is power struggles, it is those type of things. 4D is more of like an energy of becoming aware. Like we're becoming aware of who we are. We're starting to move into, understanding that there's a connection between all of us. We're starting to move into a connection to God. But we're not completely there yet, which is where the 5D would be. And the 5D is complete oneness. It's complete love. It is the new earth. It is what the Bible talks about, after Revelations and God coming back down and all. I mean, it's basically the same thing. That's basically the same thing. I think that the whole goal is to become aware, and we need to become aware of who we are. And we also need to understand, again, that this earth is a classroom. So, we come here to, I believe that we choose our parents too. I don't know how true that is. That's just my belief that we choose our parents. I think that we choose them to help complete karmic cycles. And I think that all of us here, well, actually, I don't think, this is, a lot of this, if you guys want to know more about this stuff, just study Dolores Cannon. She's amazing. I am studying her right now and listening to all of the things that she has talked about. I'm not going to go into who she is because I've made it in other videos. You can go back and watch them. But we are moving into a new earth. And she talks a lot about the classroom. And basically, if you don't pass the test the first time around, it's like your friends all go off to college and graduate, and you have to come back and repeat high school again. Same type of thing. So, it is. I've never really known how much I believe in past lives, but I think I do now. And a lot of people think that well-meaning Christians believe that this is like voodoo stuff and no past lives and yada yada yada. You can still believe in God and heaven and all of that stuff and still understand that it's a lot more vast than just what we have learned about. I mean, the Bible's stories I do believe in, all of that stuff I believe in. God is a huge light of love, and I believe all of that stuff. But also, we're not just going to, we're repeating karmic cycles. And so if we don't learn those lessons the first time around, you're just going to have to come and repeat them again. And so, and another thing that can happen too is if you carry this stuff inside of you, and this might be going off a little bit farther here, but the thing is, one of the things that I know is if you carry this stuff inside of you, another thing that's going to happen is it's going to manifest in your body, because we're meant to remember who we are. We're meant to heal the belief systems we had as children. We come here as this soul that incarnates on earth, and we go through the baby stages and we go through all this stuff. But then what happens is all the social demands and all of the things that happened to us growing up cause us to even forget more about who we are. And it causes us to do things and act in ways. And we have to kind of get through all of that and understand where it came from and heal the internal parts of us. And it's not just like, oh, I'm going to go to therapy and talk to somebody and I'm going to be healed. It's a lot more than that. You really have to dig down deep. If you do not do this, your body will start to fall apart. It will. It's everything. There's scientific studies that have proven this. So that's going off a little bit on a tangent, but I just wanted to throw that out there because I think that a lot of people don't understand. I see a lot of people, and my mom is one of them, and it breaks my heart, that just are stuck in this mentality of like, well, I'm sick, I have really bad arthritis, nothing I can do about it, I'm just going to sit around and not do anything and just bite out my time and, you know, and do not, like, literally not live, like, not living, basically, just doing nothing. And it's like, really? Like, I don't understand how, again, this is my spiritual ego cropping up, because I'm like, I don't understand how you can feel that way. How can you not, you know, but I also understand that, like, the older generation has it really rough. They don't understand this new age stuff. But I don't want to call it a new age, honestly, because it's not new. This is vast. This has been around all this time. It's just that people are just now waking up. So, and I think part of the purpose of this is to now raise our vibrations to help with the ascension process. You know, raise the vibrations on Earth. It's why these souls came here. It's why these this 3 waves of people, the indigos, the starseeds, and the crystal children that Dolores talks about. It's why we all came here, so that we can raise the vibration of the rest of the planet and help with the ascension process, which is what we're heading into right now. So, and the second, so that was like the first thing that we agreed to. We agreed to forget who we were when we came here. You know, they basically sat us down, like, in the spirit world and, like, the other realms, and when we said we want to come to Earth, and they said, are you sure you want to do this? Like, it is the hardest. There's all kinds of other galaxies and planets out there that we can be at and that we were at. But then we heard this cry for help, that Earth needed help to go, you know, help transitioning to this ascension and transitioning to the 5D and all of that stuff. And so then we said, yeah, I want to go. And they said, are you sure you want to go? It is going to be the hardest school you've ever been to. You're going to go through all of these struggles. You're going to forget who you are. And so this is actually the only planet that this happens on. Most of the other places, like, we kind of still remember. But here we don't. We forget. And then the point is to remember again. So that's something that we agreed upon. We agreed that we were, and we also sat around and, like, we had these soul contracts. We discussed, like, what we were going to come here to do, what the karmic cycles we were going to help break. You know, that's everybody. We all did this, but we don't remember it. We don't remember any of that stuff. That was part of the point. The second thing, I'm only going over 2 right here, but the second thing that we agreed to was our goal, our life purpose. So we agreed, like, we were going to have a life purpose. I believe that we chose the exact time we were going to be born, the exact date we were going to be born. I believe all of that mattered because astrology does play a factor in a lot of this stuff. So we all agreed that we were going to this specific life purpose. And now the goal is to find out what this life purpose is. And it's super freaking hard because if you're not, like, we all have a life purpose. I'm not saying that we all are supposed to be, like, out here making these videos. This is what I think my purpose is just to help wake other people up and help expand their awareness, all of those things, and just really help them get rid of those beliefs and remember where they came from and help raise their energy, help empower them. I know that's what my purpose is. You know, your life purpose may be being an amazing mother and raising children who are going to be amazing human beings and maybe make a difference in the world. Or your life purpose may be to own this restaurant right here and make delicious food for people. Like, we all just have a purpose. And the thing is, like, a lot of us just we don't, again, we forget who we are. So we now don't know what our life purpose is, you know? But the other thing is, too, we have free will. So in Earth, we also have free will. Eventually, we're going to get to where we need to be, but it may take several lifetimes to do this. It may take, I don't know, it may just take a long time to do this. So it's like when you have a door, like you have a door, you know, and I can choose to go in this door, or I can choose to go in this door. You know, it's so you have the free will to choose which door you want to go into. And one of the ways that you can really help this like guide yourself to the correct places is by letting go and trusting the universe. Trust the universe. Trust God. Trust that you are being guided every step of the way. You know, and becoming aware of that this is a lot more vast than we make it out to be. You know, we can close one door and we can open the next. It's fine. You know, I'm just going to give you a little example. I'm going to leave you with this actually, probably an example of for me. So for the last, you know, couple years, I've went through a lot. I've been definitely healing some karmic wounds. And so in about the last year, I met an amazing psychic online who I know that my spirit guides brought her to me, because had it not been for her, I would have probably kept riding on the hamster wheel and never exactly understood what was going on and what was happening. But she kept telling me I had to do shadow work. She kept telling me, you know, along the way that there was going to be a lot of shit happening in my life and I was going to be on this kind of hamster wheel, but eventually I was going to get through it. And she told me that by spring of this year, 2023, that I would be set, that I would be golden. And even without her telling me this, like, I knew in my body, like, I knew this last year, something big is about to happen. Like, I could just feel it, like, something at the time, I thought I was going to meet some amazing man or something, because that's all I was focused on, but that's what I thought. And then at the very night, it was about 10, 11 o'clock at night, on the eve before the first day of spring, I had a spiritual awakening. And I was meditating, and I felt the energy shooting through my body. It was the most marvelous, and there was no denying that it was happening. I knew exactly what had happened. Obviously, it hasn't been completely all bliss. I've been able to get through it a lot with my friends. But instantly, I just felt this need, almost within the first couple of weeks, like, I gotta document this stuff. I just gotta start making videos, documenting it. Don't know why, never thought about doing something like that before. Then I met Victor, he showed up on my YouTube. I've talked about some of this before. Then I joined the CDA group, which led me to this full-time purpose group that I'm now in. And all along the way, it was literally when I let go, because even when I joined the CDA group, and this was called the Conscious Business Accelerator, like, I joined it, and I was just like, oh, that's weird. Why did I even join that? Like, I don't have any desire to start my own business. Like, I don't have any of that stuff going on, but I had made a commitment that I was going to let go, and I was just going to trust the universe and trust that they were going to guide me. And they have been literally every step of the way. I mean, they have rearranged my life. They have thrown things in my path. They have thrown, and they tell you, and this is something that a lot of people know, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Well, that's what happened to me. There was also Marianne Williamson along the way. There was Gabby Bernstein along the way. There was all of these people that have been there to teach me. But then I met Victor and Aaron and Matt, and that was just something that was so unexpected. And through this, I've now, like, I'm into, like, a lot more, I understand a lot more now about the New Earth and Dolores Cannon and all this stuff. Had I not met them, I don't even know if I would have known about this stuff, because that's where I learned some of this stuff from. So just always remember the universe has your back too. So I went off. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, because it is very, I don't even know how to describe it. When you can let go and just trust the universe and understand that they have the greatest good for you. Like, they want the best things for you. And you do have a life purpose, and you agreed to that life purpose before you ever even came here, but you also agreed to forget who you are, and it's time to remember. It's time to remember where you came from. It is time to remember. It is time to wake up. It is time to live your heart's desire. It really is, and you all can do it. Just remember, this life, this is not real. This is just one part of it. We're in a classroom right now. You know, we're in a classroom. Other people are our assignments. We have to get down and really realize this. And when you can realize this, when you can realize that you are just a temporary, or that you are eternal spiritual being living a temporary human experience, when you can grasp that concept, life gets so easy. It really does. Like, my life is pretty easy. I don't stress about things. I don't, when I joined the VIP program for this group, I literally started to have a panic attack for a minute. I was like, oh my, I can't afford this. Like, what am I even doing? But I was like, it's okay. I'm gonna invest in myself. I'm gonna do it because I felt the urge to do it. I felt my spirit guides talking to me, and I made another video on spirit guides. So if you want some more insight on spirit guides and how to communicate with them, you can go back and watch my video. And so, I am very new at all of this, but the thing is, I'm learning, and I'm like a sponge right now, and I'm soaking it all in. And as I learn, I really want to just bring it to you guys too, and help you guys. Maybe there's some of you out there who are also going through this as a newbie, as a newborn, or whatever you want to call us. I think it was like from Twilight, right? A newborn vampire. That's what I feel like we are, like, not a vampire, but we're newborns. And I think that it's important for some of us to connect and just to be there. And it can be very trying. It can be a very difficult experience to go through a spiritual awakening. I've been pretty lucky because I have some friends that are on the same path and have kind of been there, but it can be very daunting. So if you guys I would love to connect with anybody who wants to connect. I would love to hear some comments. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, because we're going to be coming out with more videos. And I hope that this added some value to your lives, and I hope that you got the point that I was trying to make. Have a magnificent day. You're all wonderful, and you all deserve the greatest things in life. Until next time, I'm Chrissy signing off. I love you guys. Mwah.